Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So first, again, I want to say I thank you all for using my my affiliate link. I've been noticing a surge of people buying the Ledger product over the weekend because they did have a Black Friday discount. It's a great storage solution for your crypto, a cold storage solution. So I wanted to thank you guys all for doing that. I also just wanted to bring you guys this for those of you guys who did purchase the Ledger, or maybe if you're still looking to purchase the Ledger, not sure about buying crypto from an exchange. You know, considering the the climate that we're in right now for cryptocurrency. This is what Ledger is offering from now until December 4th. Buy crypto with selected third-party providers through Ledger Live with zero fees. So you can actually purchase your purchase cryptocurrency through the Ledger directly. And now they're actually offering a promotion offering the ability to purchase cryptocurrency through the Ledger, so you don't actually have to buy it from an exchange and put it on your Ledger. You can buy crypto through the Ledger directly for zero fees right now. Usually they do charge fees. Safe in your custody. So here's just a little video just demonstrating how that would work. And again, guys, I do have an affiliate link in the description of the video if you do still want to purchase a Ledger and maybe don't want to rely on an exchange to purchase your cryptocurrency. Zero fees with Ledger Live up until December 4th, which is now only a few days away. Wow, how time is flying. James K. Filan, guys, posting this. Okay, so an update with regards to the Ripple SEC case. Sealed replies to summary judgment oppositions are due on November the 30th. Okay, so he's just outlining some key dates here that we should be mindful of. Conference regarding the redactions is by December the 2nd. Redacted replies is due December the 5th, but all SJ pleadings or summary judgment pleadings were filed early. This suggests redacted replies will be filed sometime this Friday, which would be December the 2nd. He goes on to say this is based on the fact that the redacted summary judgment motions were due on September 19th, but were filed on the September 17th, and the redacted oppositions were due on October 24th, but were filed on October the 21st. So both parties got those in early, so expect the redacted replies to be filed early as well. Caesar S down here saying settlement, Sherry with a facepalm emoji. No, we don't know anything yet. We still have a ways to go. Nevertheless, it's good to keep up to date on what is going on. This is going to be a landmark case for not just Ripple and XRP, but for cryptocurrency in general. And even in this morning's video, I did talk a little bit about Yoshitaka Kitao. And I mean, he's been saying this for years now. He's been saying how all banks in Japan are going to be utilizing XRP. And he gave a date back then. He said by 2025, every single bank in Japan will be utilizing XRP. And he did also say something very promising if Ripple does win the lawsuit. So we're going to get there, guys. We just got to keep forging ahead. So I wanted to thank James K. Filan for posting that. Also saw this from XRP Darren. The disaster is unavoidable. And this guy's a reason why we need XRP utility in the world to provide, or rather alleviate, the current liquidity problem that we are facing, not just in the United States or whatever country you may be in, but around the world. There is too much uncertainty in high energy costs, in wholesale energy, into retail. This is Christine Lagarde from the ECB from just yesterday. Listen to what she has to say about inflation and where the economy is going.
Headline inflation, the one that we look at most, has hit its highest reading in October, 10.6%. Core inflation has been very high as well, at around 5%. And I would like to see inflation having peaked in October, but I'm afraid that I would not go as far as that. I think that there is too much uncertainty, particularly in one component, which is the pass-through of high energy cost at wholesale level into retail level, to assume that inflation has actually reached its peak. It would surprise me. Obviously, in the longer term, inflation will decline, if only because of our monetary policy, number one, but also because bottlenecks that have been putting pressure on supply will gradually fade out. But when you look at the drivers behind inflation at the moment, whether it is food and commodities at large, or whether it is energy, we do not see the components or the direction that would lead me to believe that we have reached peak inflation and that it is going to decline in short order. I think that whenever I ask my top-notch economists at the ECB and I ask about the risks, the answer that I get for the moment is that risk is to the upside without qualifying the upside. So that's how we perceive inflation at the moment, and that prompts us to continue to tame inflation with all the tools that we have. And as you very well noted, the one that is first and foremost efficient in the circumstances is the interest rate.
So interest rates, obviously one of those tools to tame inflation, but notice what Christine Lagarde said. Inflation not at its end, and they thought that by October we would see it kind of taper off. But because of all the reasons she stated in this video, we are likely going to see higher inflation throughout the, definitely the end of 2022 and into 2023. Again, as Darren says here, there is too much uncertainty in high energy costs in wholesale energy into retail. But, these are the powers that be. These are the people that run the world. These are the people that want to essentially make us poor through growing inflation, through the mechanism of printing money. And, they say, well, we've got up interest rates in order to quell this. But what else do rising interest rates do to the everyday Joe? Makes us poorer and poorer on the money we've borrowed, because we've got to pay more now on payments like car payments or house payments or whatever it is that, one may have purchased before all the SHIT hit the fan. So this is the situation we're in. They obviously really don't care about us, and it's all kind of part and parcel to where the world is going. I saw this from Spiro Ghost on Twitter. They have told us their plans all along. Now, I didn't see this. This looks like an advertisement, obviously, from HSBC. I don't know where it was posted. Your DNA will be your data. The future is full of opportunity. And it sounds all, they're framing it in a positive light here, but that doesn't sound positive to me. Of course, we know the story with central bank digital currencies and how they can use them as a mechanism of control. Well, now we're seeing advertisements like this from big banks like HSBC. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed this from other banks, letting us know gently that this is going to be a new way of conducting business. With our DNA being our data, sounding like a very, very scary world we are entering. It's not just me who is saying it. This is Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano, former Secretary General of the Vatican. Well, guess what he did? He's blowing the whistle. This is what he said, and he even calls out the World Economic Forum.
It's a global coup d'etat against which it is essential that people rise up and that the still healthy organ of state start an international juridical process. The threat is imminent and serious, since the World Economic Forum is capable of carrying out its subversive project, and those who govern nations have all become either enslaved or blackmailed by this international mafia. In the light of these statements,
wow, calling out the WEF as a global international mafia and essentially stating that governments have either been captured, kidnapped, or brainwashed into thinking this is the right thing to do, enslaving their people. And I don't know if this has to do with health concerns or financially. I don't know what kind of context this was in. Nevertheless, he's stating it flat out, called out the World Economic Forum. So this clip, courtesy of Liz Churchill here on Twitter. It's all part and parcel to where the world is going, guys. Luckily, we are invested in XRP. One of the few cryptocurrencies that I see today, one of a handful of cryptocurrencies that are really going to solve problems, of course, because of the partnerships. Of course, we're already seeing this. We have been seeing it for years now with regards to partnerships and even just the real world utility that we're seeing on the XRP ledger now. And so some ask, well, why XRP? And I know we all know the reasons why we're invested in XRP. Mark Moss brought this up, and I thought this was an interesting tweet thread. I thought I'd share it with you. Why crypto won't see another bull market. Now, do you believe this? First of all, what do you guys think? Do you think crypto will see another bull market? Right now, the crypto market has seen quite a significant decline. And, I have this on log right now, but if I take it off log, you can see it looks very, very dramatic compared to the last bull run we saw at the end of 2017 and into 2018. This was the last market cycle. And even if I just were to take a price range tool here, you guys can see that we are down 73.5%, 73.6% since that old all-time high that we saw back last year in November of 2021. Now, can we expect to see this market go even higher? Similar to what we've seen in the past. Traditionally, what we see is we base and then we go even higher, magnitudes higher of what we generally see from former bull runs. Like, for example, we went about 300% higher from 2017's bull run up until 2021's bull run. But here we have Mark Moss saying, I posted this last week stating SEC regulations will come hard and crypto as a category won't see another bull run, but Bitcoin will. Now, before you rail me in the comments section, guys, I think this will also extend to XRP, and I will tell you why. I got almost 1,000 comments, he said, most stating I don't know what I am talking about. So here's a thread to explain. He goes on to say, let me clarify a few points before I lay out my reasoning. I don't like regulations. I believe we should be free to use our money. Not saying crypto will go away or vanish. I am saying the era of crypto hype pumping, though, is over. I am saying Bitcoin will have another bull run. He goes on to say, you need to understand why the crypto markets have pumped so hard to understand why there won't be another one. Crypto gave companies a way to create money from thin air, which is why stocks are allowing people to exchange money for a secured interest in the new company. And then he just gives some examples here from equity capital. Equity capital is generated through the sale of shares of a company's stock. So just, again, giving us more traditional examples like common stock, gives shareholders voting rights, so on and so forth. Crypto companies gave a way for people to create money out of thin air. And what he's saying is essentially because of the regulations in the US, this is coming to an end. Venture capital loved being able to invest early, receive tokens at a massive discount, and then dump on retail. Chamath and Sachs are laughing about the discount they received on billions of Solana, then dump them on retail. Listen to this clip here, guys. It's only about a minute long. Again, using Solana as an example, buying up at a discount and dumping on retail.
Sachs, I gotta say, I think your AUM is positively correlated with the bags under your eyes.
If you mean it's getting bigger, you're correct.
I mean,
yeah, they're heavy.
Good Lord.
They're heavy, dragging you down.
That's where you're hiding all that Solana, in your fucking, under your eyes. Jesus.
You better clear that Solana position. What's your lockup, 24 months?
Fuck no, he's trying to sell it to me on text message.
Yeah, of course he is.
We're negotiating discounts.
I just had the founder on the
you're
pod.
fucking the whole thing up.
Bro, you don't think
Ponzi
to,
scheme?
I'm hodling.
You think I buy
You're not
hundreds of
hodling,
millions
you're
of dollars
clearing.
of anything without a discount? Everything is a discount.
Everything's discounted. You want to clear that position in an LLC?
Are you saying I got $1 billion of Solana?
No, bro, I'm saying I have one, but I brought it at a discount.
But you're holding, correct?
Ish.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So that's what they think of us, guys. Buying at a discount, they're holding, wink, wink. But basically, when the market rises, dump on retail. Clearly, this gives reason for regulators around the world to put their foot down and say, we cannot have this anymore. Unfortunately, we've got some bad acting regulators in the crypto space like the SEC for many reasons that I'm not going to go over again. VCs poured hundreds of billion dollars into crypto, creating hype, both from the amount of capital and also from hundreds of millions in advertising to you, the next big thing. They made huge returns, also held tokens to control the networks with majority of votes in a POS consensus mechanism. So just a few screen grabs here just to demonstrate that. Sequoia Capital took a $213 million bath on FTX after the crypto exchange imploded. And then over here, Mizari initial token allocations for public blockchain. So just some statistics on that. And up here as well, crypto winter is hurting Google's ad empire. So just to get a sense of what they're telling us. Now you know how crypto worked. Let's look at why there will not be another bull run. Let me clarify. I don't believe everything goes to zero and goes away. So that is an important qualifying statement there. I mean, an era like 2017 or 2021, where everything goes up together like most people are still hoping, will come again. Crypto altcoins are not new or unique. They are a form of regulatory arbitrage, allowing these projects to capitalize on a gray area. Companies raising money from investors issued tokens instead of shares, and these tokens/shares allow for decentralized voting in POS and DOAs. Okay, crypto companies argue tokens have utility and are commodities. So this is where it gets important, guys, not securities. This is exactly where Ripple falls in XRP, and this is why, even though Mark Moss is a Bitcoin maxi, this is why I also think that XRP is likely going to be clumped in this category, and it gets even better. But the Howey test 4 points sound pretty clear on this issue. The recent ruling on Library also made it clear. The judge said no reasonable trier of fact could reject these as securities. So again, just more information here. I will link this all in the description if you guys want to go over it in detail. Court cases set precedents. The founder of Library said under the SEC versus Library, almost every crypto, including Ethereum and Doge, are securities. Now it's up to the SEC to decide the fate of these projects. And after the FTX blow up, they are under extreme fire and pressure to act. So, of course, we've got Ripple and the XRP token in the middle of this, but we also do know that this is a pivotal moment for cryptocurrency. What happens if the SEC cracks down on crypto being securities? Will projects like Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano and others pay fines and register? Whoops. Let's go back here. Even if they could, they would be required to disclose everything. Founders, token holders, insider selling, voting control. Would Ethereum really do this? If they did register as securities with full disclosures, investors would compare them to alternative software, payment, gaming companies. More importantly, VCs wouldn't be able to buy at a discount and dump on retail, would have to treat it as a traditional VC lockup of 7 to 10 years. Will every crypto project die? No. Would some make it? Yes. Would others go offshore? Yes. Would US-based VCs evade SEC and invest offshore? No. And without hundreds of billions of US-based VC capital, crypto might have seen its last total market bull run. So what he is assuming now is that crypto going to transform more like a traditional market once we finally see this all shake out. This is massively bullish for Bitcoin, though, he says, but I would extend this and say for other cryptocurrencies that solve problems, especially coins, guys, that are going to get the clarity through a specific lawsuit, namely the Ripple XRP case, which is going to extend to many other different cryptocurrencies. So both previous and current heads of the SEC have been clear Bitcoin is a commodity. Gensler said Bitcoin alone. Crypto has been taking demand from Bitcoin as VCs promote the next Bitcoin, but once that is done, it all flows back to Bitcoin. And I would argue that that's not necessarily 100% true. Yes, maybe a lot of it does flow back to Bitcoin, but let's not forget where that money will flow if indeed XRP does get clarity as well. Currently, the market cap is at about $800 billion. But as Brad Garlinghouse puts it, if 99% of these coins fall to the wayside, think of how much market cap a lot of these coins have that are basically useless cryptocurrencies. Well, that money's got to go somewhere. It either leaves the market altogether, but my thought is, and what Mark Moss is saying here, that money's going to go into Bitcoin. I think that money's going to go into a handful, the 1% of cryptocurrencies that solve problems, which will in fact raise the price of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, like XRP, and maybe a handful of other ones. So it might be the end of cryptocurrency bull runs as we know it, where people just kind of randomly and blindly throw money into any crypto. However, guys, I've said it once, I'll say it again, the real cryptos that solve problems are going to be the ones with staying power. Mr. Intuitive at BlackBerry XRP, just imagine all those sketchy tokens that only pair with USDT. If Tether goes, there will be zero way to exchange these silly tokens for real value. So just another point here with regards to USDT specifically, and how, a lot of these tokens are vulnerable. Where is that exit liquidity going to come from? So another reason why, people are going to likely smarten up and likely invest in the coins that solve problems, things that they should have been doing from the beginning, in my opinion. And then I saw this, guys, Crypto Geek here. It looks like he's on TikTok, an XRP worth $327,000 on the private ledger. Really?
So I don't think they're using another XRP. I know they have a private ledger and a public ledger. I've seen the private ledger once. I've seen the price go as high as $327,000. And you could see this on one of my shorts when they hit about $10,000, $9,000, I think. I've commented to about 20, 30 people at least that I saw them go to 327,000 on a YouTube video once that was live in Japan. And from 5 minutes, a 5-minute YouTube video. And I've seen that the private ledger does exist. The public ledger also exists. Now, how do they keep them separate? Through nodes on the XRP ledger, right? The thing is, what the merge of the private and public, I think that will happen when this utility starts to come on, right? Also, I don't want to lose my train of thought. The XRP ledger, the private ledger, right? And the public ledger, at some point, they're going to have to, how would I say? There will be a merge at some point guaranteed, but we have to have that regulation first and that clarity before they go ahead and utilize them together. What I think they're doing right now on the private ledger is really testing it and still using it privately.
So, I saw this and I had to question it because, an XRP at 327,000 on a private ledger doesn't seem likely. To set the record straight, there definitely is a private ledger. We know that, companies wanted a private ledger option, like central banks, in order to issue their central bank digital currencies on. However, transferring XRP over a private ledger at $327,000, yeah, you're a dreamer, says RippleItIn.nz. XRP resides on the XRPL if it would be on a private ledger, which it isn't. As there is no private ledger, it would not be the same XRP as you own. Now get back to putting the fairy dust on your cupcakes and close your little charade down. Not entirely true. There is a private ledger. Don't take it as an absolute, says Merlin Crypto Future Invest, who originally brought us this tweet here. He says, as I said in other comments, I don't care if it will, but if it gets to $1,000, $10,000, $60,000, it's all good. It's safe to entertain the idea, but I trust that the guy would spew info for the sake of it. Either way, we wait and see. There was a tweet down here, right? This was back from March of 2021, where David Schwartz actually said the XRPL has been running smoothly for 8+ years with billions of money at stake. The CBDC private ledger ensures transaction privacy and security controls, combined with the reliability of payments proficiency on the XRPL, the best of both worlds. Crypto Me responding, I don't think it's true, as Joel Katz himself told that there will be only one prize because of the arbitrage. And Merlin Crypto Future Invest says, we'll see soon. I'm not too worried if it hits this price. I don't think anybody would be too worried if it does in fact hit this price. The XRP nodes will be our downfall in price if the institutions keep it separate. They will play with us, not saying the price will rise a lot. So the whole idea, or part of the idea, is for there to be market makers, those who hold XRP to be able to, trade their XRP for real world utility at some point down the road when the demand is higher. And likely the price will go up based on supply and demand fundamentals. Overnight here, also pointing this out, wow. And then we count the XRP we have and people say 25,000 is not enough. Like I say, even 1,000 or 5,000 is more than enough. Yes, if you are to believe this, there still might be a private and public ledger in my opinion, but price will be as one, and this is the stance I take here. Market price is what it is, guys. St. Patriot transaction 317 XRP here saying it's kind of annoying to hear this guy say I've seen the private ledger once instead of saying I've seen a price glitch and I'm speculating that it was the private ledger, but that does not sound as cool. Again, we don't even have any kind of confirmation that, either there was even a glitch of a $327,000 XRP on a private XRP ledger. However, we do know the private ledger exists. I want to stay focused on the real world utility. This concept that in another bull run, the coins that solve problems will likely see the most cash inflow through retail. But more importantly, guys, the institutional money, that's what's really going to get the price of XRP up. Once we get that clarity, that's just my opinion. But I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.